Hey, welcome back, my fellow investors. It's me, E.T., and today I have with me Goldie. And guys, that basically means one thing and one thing only. It is dividend payout time. Let's see what type of golden eggs did Goldie lay for us in the month of June. All right, just be right back. Let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 beautiful dividend payouts for the month of June. Let's take a look at them. All right, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you work until you die. That is such a true statement. You got to put your money to work. And that's one of the reasons why I have this uh, dividend portfolio. Now, the sooner you can start building that dividend portfolio, the better. Now, I had dividends coming in for quite some time. However, I really didn't start working on building out my dividend portfolio until about 3 years ago. So now it's definitely at the top of my radar, something that I'm looking at and trying to build on each and every month, putting more of that money to work to make more money. So that way I can make money while I'm sleeping. So let's get into this. All right. All right, as you guys already know, you know the tip drill on this one here. This here is just a real quick summary of the income that was generated back in 2020, combinations of dividend and covered calls. Now, for the month of June, I was paid out total of 18 checks, totaling $251.51. Of those 18 checks, 14 of them paid out monthly and 4 of them paid out quarterly. And as you can see from this chart here, this is one of the things I love about this Charles Schwab account is that it gives you your estimated income for 2021, breaks it down per month on a per month basis, and it lets you know what you've been paid, what you received, and what's coming down the pike. All right. So far in the month of June, these are the additional stocks that I bought to help build up my dividend portfolio. I bought 9 additional shares of QILD, and I also bought Orchard, 60 more shares of Orchard. That 60 shares of Orchard gave me a total of 100 shares of Orchard. So the quick summary of those purchases, those 9 QILD and 60 ORC. That's a total of 69 new shares bought in the month of June. It cost me $533.91. That will start to generate me an additional $5.61 extra per month in the way of dividends. If you look at it on a yearly basis, that's a 13% yield, or you can say that's $67.32 that 533.91 is paying me. All right, let's take a look at where we at here. All right, first one is Skywork Solution, 69 cents. I have a total of 1.3 shares. I actually bought this as a what do you call that? Bought this as a 5G play. Wanted to start building my position in 5G. So that's why I bought it. Really not as a dividend pay, but it pays dividends. So I'm going to track it and I'm going to keep it in. Thank you. All right. Next we have Suns. Paid me $1.02. Pays out monthly. I have a total of 10 shares. If you guys want to study this position income summary, you can go ahead and pause it. The next one we have here is Glad, paid me $1.03. On all of these, I have them set up on a DRIP, dividend reinvestment program. So have 15 shares here, pays out on a monthly basis, 6.8% annual dividend yield. The next one here paid me is Qualcomm. Qualcomm is just like Skyworks Solution. I bought this really just one share to start building up my position. This is more of a um, 5G play more so than a dividend play. But it pays dividend and I'll take it. Next, we have LTC Properties, a REIT, paid me $1.16. I have a total of 6 shares, pays out 5.8% annual dividend yield. Next, we have SCM, paid me $1.32, total of 15 shares. Next, we have UTF, total of 10 shares, pays out monthly $1.65. It paid to me. Next, we have PTY, paid me $1.66. It's a monthly payer, and I have a total of 12 shares and 7.8 distribution yield. All right. Next, we have Orchard. Pay me $2.60. There it shows that I have 100 shares, but at the time that this dividend was paid out, it was paying me based upon having, I believe, 40 shares. Next. All right. Nordic American Tanker, $2.69. I have 135 shares, pays out quarterly. Annual dividend is 8%. Next, we have Main Street Capital, $3.19 monthly payer, 15 shares. Next, we have SPHD, paid me $6.26, pays out monthly. I have a total of 51 shares. This one here, it's magic. Okay, Realty Income Corporation paid me $9.62. I have a total of 41 shares. Now, let me just give you kind of a backstory on O. I also have over 100 shares in my taxable account with Charles Schwab. How that happened, I don't know. I don't know how I end up with 100 shares over there in a taxable account and only 41 in a tax-free account. So, what my plan is, since I maxed out so far as my contributions for my Roth IRA for this year, what I'm going to do is at the end of the year, I'll go ahead and sell out on my old positions in my taxable account. And then come the first of 2022, I'll move all of that money over here and make sure that I have at least 100 shares. So 100 shares of O is coming. Next. QLAD paid me 19 bucks. Got to realize QLD paid me actually 2 payments in the month of June. On the 3rd, paid me $19.14. I'm sorry, $9.14. And on the 30th, it paid me $9.86. When you look at QILD, I own a total of 50 shares, pays out monthly. You're looking at roughly about a 12% distribution yield. All right, next we have Chai. Distribution yield on this one here is 7.5. It paid me $23.54. I have a total of 249 shares. Next. We have GOF, paid me $47.68. I have 261 shares, pays out monthly at about a 10% distribution yield. Next. Bank of America. I've had this stock for quite some time. I actually bought it after the debacle and the crash of real estate and banking back in 2008. I started accumulating this in the beginning of 2009. Currently, I have 332 shares. I had as many as 600 shares at one particular time, but I used some of that capital to buy other things to write cover calls with. Long story on that one there. But it pays quarterly. It paid me $59.79. All right, and Prospect Capital paid me $66.28. And like I said, on all of this, I have a dividend reinvestment plan set up, a drip on all of this. That 66 bucks bought me an additional 7.7 new shares of Prospect Capital. Monthly payer 8%, and I own what 1,112 shares of Prospect Capital. Now, here is the new portion of my dividend reporting, and that's well, we already seen that. That's what I got paid in the month of June. That's a summary of everything. But here's a new portion. This new portion here just shows you of that $251.51. The current value of all those stocks that paid me that is $42,775.45. That is the current market value of that. And if you look below here, it shows right beneath that $251 equates to a yearly yield of 7% based upon that 42.7. However, the next column you're going to look at is my cost basis column. This is what I actually paid for those stocks. And if you start going down that list, you'll see of those 18 stocks, only 3 of them are currently giving me a negative return right now. And that's LTC, uh, Orchard, and Orchard is a new position, so you know how that is. You get into a stock for the first time, it never fails, it goes down, and that's what happens with Orchard. I have no problems with Orchard. I think that's definitely going to rebound. And Nate, Nordic American Tanker is down about 17%, but everything else is up. If you look, my cost basis for all of those stocks was about $26,000. I think it's a little bit lower than that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Charles Schwab is not factoring in, it is factoring in the dividend reinvestment plan. So those stocks that buy, those dividends that buy additional stocks is factored into the cost basis. Where so my actual cost basis is probably less than 26,000. But we'll go with that. 26.2. Based upon my cost basis, my yearly yield is 11%. As you can see, my profit and loss for this group of stocks for the month that paid me in the month of June, hey, I'm up $16,000, 63%. And if you look, Bank of America that I accumulated back in 2009, you know, it's got a 274% return. That's 10,000 of that 16,000 profit there. So this is something here that I will include every month on my dividend tracking summary report, whatever you want to call it. All right, but hopefully you got some good information out of this, and if nothing else, if you guys are building up your dividend portfolio, definitely make sure that you track your progress along the way as well.
Come on now. That's right. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe buttons, followed by that notification button. That'll help out the channel. Thanks.
I love dividend investing. You get the best of all worlds. You get capital appreciation, and also you get income. And the beauty of all of this, you get the income and you still get to keep the stock. So the income keeps coming even when you're asleep. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Okay, with that being said, guys, just remember, we've got to save. We've got to invest. Investing is nothing more than just putting our money to work. Put our money to work so that we don't have to. Eventually, we'll get to the point where we don't have to work. Just like what Warren Buffett says, if you don't figure out a way to make money while you're asleep, you'll work until the day you die. And I have no plans on doing that. All right? And you have to apply what you know, because knowledge is not power. It's the application of knowledge is power. And guys, I will see you on the next video so that we can talk about the dividends received in the month of July. You guys take care. Bye-bye.